Welcome. This presentation is to introduce you to an important initiative taking place in High Wycombe, led by Wycombe District Dementia Action. This is an exciting and much needed project, and one close to my heart, as I will explain. Our ambition is to demystify living with dementia, to promote better understanding, and to make sure appropriate support is built into everyday activities. So, who are we? I'm Sue Granshaw. My interest in dementia arose because both my parents are living with different types of dementia. This led me to become a volunteer speaker for Alzheimer's Research UK, and as a seroptimist to join Wycombe District Dementia Action. I represent both Alzheimer's Research UK and my seroptimist club, High Wycombe District, on Wycombe District Dementia Action Steering Group. Hilda.
Thanks, Sue. Hello, my name is Hilda Stern and I chair the Wycombe District Dementia Action Group, which is a volunteer-led group pulling together a range of organisations committed to supporting and enabling both people and their families to live well with dementia. But more about the group later. Back to Sue.
Thank you. Most of us will have been touched by dementia through family and friends. Over half of us know someone who has been diagnosed with dementia and have seen the impact. Most of us know that dementia is associated with memory loss, but it can also affect general mental functions, ability to carry out normal daily tasks, and with certain types of dementia, lead to changes in personality and behaviour. So what is dementia? There are three key points I wish to convey. The first is that dementia is a blanket term for diseases of the brain. It is not a natural part of ageing. 1 in 20 people who develop dementia are under 65. There are 4 common types. Alzheimer's, in which amyloid and tau proteins form clumps and tangles in the brain. Vascular dementia that often occurs following a stroke. Dementia with Lewy bodies, in which protein clumps get into the nerve cells of the brain. And frontotemporal dementia, in which proteins enter the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, which are associated with our personality and emotions. Dementia leads to degeneration of the brain. Research has shown that the damage caused by Alzheimer's can lead to the brain weighing around 140 grams less than a healthy one, which is about the weight of an orange. The second point I want to make is that dementia is a serious and growing problem for our society. In the UK, there are 850,000 people living with dementia. This number has doubled since 2007. In 2018, dementia became the UK's biggest killer, overtaking cancer and heart disease. Some of this is due to medical advances and people living longer, and both my parents are in their 90s. Every 3 minutes, someone develops dementia, and 1 in 3 people born today will go on to develop dementia. And there is yet no cure. More information and statistics are available on the Alzheimer's Research UK website. These are long-term degenerative diseases with an average life expectancy of 7 to 10 years from diagnosis. And my third point is that we have to understand the balance between the awful final stages of dementia and the fact that people can live very well and independently with dementia. Not surprisingly, 85% of people want to do this, but less than 50% think that they will be able to. These people need support and understanding, and this is where we come in, keeping these people living well in our community. And to get an insight into the impact of dementia and how people can live well, we'd like you at the end to click onto Gina's story and hear her account of living with dementia. To enable people in our community to live well with dementia, Wycombe District Dementia Action will provide and encourage education about dementia for businesses, families and carers, practical support to combat loneliness, isolation and lack of mobility, community initiatives to bring the generations together, and collaboration with other organisations, local organisations, helping residents to live well with dementia. We've done lots of hard work already, and we now need to take this to the wider community to join us. I shall now hand over to Hilda, Chair of WDDA, to tell you something about our plans and how you can contribute.
Thanks, Sue. So a little bit more about WDDA. As you can see from the slide, there are a number of organisations who are working with us from Bucks Council, so Buckinghamshire Council as it now is, Wycombe Wanderers Community Trust, the Alzheimer's Society Dementia Friends, Sir Optimus, as well as a number of volunteers. And it's really important that we have this collaboration because together we can do so much more than we can achieve individually. So what is WDDA trying to do? Well, we want people to see the person. When somebody is diagnosed with dementia or is living with dementia, they change. As Sue has said, behaviour may change. And we want to keep ensuring that people see that person because that is so important. We also want to make sure that there's appropriate support in place to enable people and their families to live well with dementia. We also have an advocacy and lobbying role because, again, as Sue said, this is a growing issue for all of us. None of us are untouched by it. I have my husband's aunt has dementia, and I know from talking to her daughter how hard that is for her and her siblings because their mum is not their mum anymore, but she still is their mum, and it's very confusing emotionally. But we also, and a key part of what we're trying to do as a volunteer-led organisation, is work with other businesses and other local organisations who want to support to enable people to live well with dementia. So as Sue has already said, here's some of the things that we've done already and we want to do more of. It's about raising awareness and understanding of living with dementia. It's about promoting it through the libraries and supermarkets. Tesco's is one of our partners and we're delighted to have them on board, but we want lots of local businesses to come on board as well. We also want to run awareness sessions for businesses because a lot of it, and again, you'll see this in Gina's video at the end, if people explain, then we understand better what is going on when somebody that we know is perhaps behaving differently. But it's also a key role for us to signpost for further information. So, for example, about becoming a dementia friend, because there are lots of things that people can do. And again, Sue has hinted at these already, and there's a few more to follow. So what are we trying to do? Our call to action is to create Wycombe as a dementia-friendly area. That is a tall challenge, but we believe that we can do it because it means we are just embracing and supporting each other, because many of us, again, as we've said throughout this presentation, will know someone or know of someone who is living well, hopefully, with dementia, with the correct support in place. And if you'd like to find out more, we have a number of ways you can do that. Obviously, we have a Facebook page and Twitter. We'd also love to discuss perhaps you becoming individually or as an organisation a WDDA supporter. So contact us at the address on the slide there. So now I'll hand back over to Sue.
Thanks, Hilda. So what are our next steps in High Wycombe? We'll be offering Alzheimer's Society Dementia Friends training to the wider community. We're developing workplace specialist training, which will be in-house for staff about dementia in specific circumstances. And this will enable them to receive recognition as a dementia-friendly business in High Wycombe. We'll be commissioning a visit from the Dementia Bus. This is a bus kitted out to give those entering it the experience of someone with dementia. And this is likely to take place either later this year or early next year. There will be opportunities for volunteering, and we're looking forward to community projects which will take this plan forward. And this is where we need local support. We shall be contacting local organisations and businesses to talk about how you can become involved. And we hope that this presentation has given you an insight into what needs to be done and what can be done. Please click onto the link that we gave you to talk about Gina's story and to listen to what this lady has to say. And this will give you an insight into living with dementia today. Thank you for your attention.
Yes, thank you very much for listening.